everyone, it's cooking day today. I actually have a guest of 5 people coming home, husband, wife and 3 kids. So I'm gonna be making a lot of things. It's gonna be a lot of cooking. So I'm gonna show you how I prep the previous day and also cook on the main day. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. So this is the previous night. I'm just adding in some milk and adding in also some evaporated milk. I'm actually making the dessert so it has plenty of time to set. I'm taking some cardamom pods and opening it and removing the seeds from it. Adding in some saffron. And I've just taken some nuts here, a mixture of pistachios, almonds and cashew nuts, and I'm just breaking them into small pieces. I have to make sure that I keep stirring the milk occasionally, and over here I'm just taking the boiled milk and adding it to my saffron so that the color changes. And once the color changes, adding it back to the milk and giving it a good stir. As you can see, the milk is reducing its quantity. I've now added the cardamom pods and also adding some condensed milk. I'm not adding sugar for this basundi dish. Adding in all the nuts and giving it a good stir, and as you can see, the milk has thickened and reduced to half its quantity. And at this point I'm switching off the stove and putting it into a bowl and allowing the mixture to cool down for some time, and then keeping it in the refrigerator so it can chill. This is the next day in the morning. I'm just taking some basmati rice, washing it and keeping it aside, soaking it basically in water. I'm adding in some saffron into the milk and keeping that aside, adding in some tamarind with hot water, keeping that aside. I'm basically just preparing. So this is the meat and I'm just cutting them into small pieces. Once the meat is cut, I've washed it and adding in some salt at this point and adding in some turmeric powder and adding in some water to boil the meat. While my meat is boiling, I'm making mint chutney here. So mint leaves, coriander leaves, coconut, a little bit of tamarind, green chilies, adding in some salt and a little bit of sugar and grinding that into a fine paste. I'm chopping up some onions here for the biryani. I'm slicing them, not chopping it. So I've taken about 5 to 6 medium-sized onion. In the biryani pot, I'm adding in some oil, a little bit of ghee, and adding in the sliced onions. I'm chopping up some tomatoes here while the onions are still frying. I'm grinding the tomatoes for the biryani, so I'm just putting all of them into the blender. Over here I'm starting to make the raita. So I'm chopping some onions, adding in some salt, also adding in some pomegranate seeds, chopping up 1 green chili and adding that as well, giving that a good mix. And I'm adding yogurt to this mixture. Giving that a good mix. I am adding in some water just to ease out on the consistency of the yogurt, and finally adding in some little bit of salt and also some pomegranate, little bit of mint leaves and coriander leaves. And that's ready. I've added some salt to water. This is for my rice basically, and I'm adding in some whole spices. So I'm gonna boil the rice 70% and then layer for the dum biryani. I'm adding in some ghee as well, and over here as you can see my onions have started to brown. I've taken a little bit and kept it aside for me for layering, and at this point I'm adding in all the whole spices, a little bit of salt, giving that a good mix, adding in ginger garlic paste, giving that a good mix, making sure the raw smell goes away. And I've also added some green chilies. I'm adding in some mint leaves and some coriander leaves. Giving that a good mix, adding in some lime juice. I'm adding in the spices now: turmeric powder, biryani powder, frying that really well, chili powder, coriander powder and cumin powder, giving that a good mix. And I'm adding in the pureed tomatoes, mixing that really well. And allowing that to fry. And at this point I'm also adding in some extra salt. Moving on to my mango and cucumber salad. So I'm just chopping up the mango over here into very fine pieces. And at this point I'm making sure I'm checking on the biryani. As you can see, the spices have nicely fried and combined with the tomato puree. At this point I'm adding in some yogurt, giving that a good mix and allowing that to fry as well. And moving back to my my mango and cucumber salad. So I've chopped up the mango here. I'm chopping up some cucumber. Giving that a good mix. I'm adding in some lime juice, a little bit of mint leaves, a little bit of salt, and some red chili flakes, giving that a good mix. and the salad is ready. And over here, as you can see, I've added the rice for boiling, and I'm adding the boiled meat into the biryani mixture here. Giving that a good mix and allowing the meat to nicely take in all the spices. And I've also boiled, strained the rice, adding in some extra salt. I keep checking on the salt and adding it as and when. I'm taking away some of the mixture into a bowl, separating it into a different bowl. And this is my first layer of meat and the biryani mixture, followed by a rice, boiled rice, 70% boiled rice. Adding in some fried onions, mint and coriander leaves, some pomegranate seeds, and some cashew nuts. On top of this, I'm again adding in the biryani and the meat mixture which I had kept aside. So I'm adding that over here. And on top of this, I will again add rice. Over here, I'm adding in some saffron milk, adding in the remaining boiled rice. Make sure not to press the rice, but just layer it in a very easy way. That's when the rice stays fluffy. Again, adding in the mint leaves, coriander leaves, fried onions, some pomegranate seeds, cashew nuts, and also the remaining of saffron milk, a little bit of ghee, adding in a little bit of the biryani powder on top just for fragrance. And at this point, I'm sealing the biryani pot with foil. I've added 2 foils here, and make sure that it's airtight. This was the mess of my kitchen, and I ended up cleaning everything. Over here, when the biryani is boiling, I'm gonna make the chicken handi. I'm just making it in a tawa because that's what I have. Added some oil and some onions, and at this point, adding in some chopped ginger and garlic. Once the onion is nice and brown, I'm adding in the spices. I'm adding in some turmeric powder, some chili powder, and some cumin powder. A little bit of salt. Giving that a good mix. I'm adding in my chicken pieces into this. This is boneless chicken. Giving that a good mix. I've kept it on high at this point because you want the chicken to fry. I'm adding in some chili powder, giving that a good mix. I'm not adding tomatoes. Instead of tomatoes, I'm adding some tomato paste. Chopped green chilies, and I'm adding in some yogurt at this point. Once I've added the yogurt, I give it a good mix, adding in a little bit of water and allowing it to cook for 20 minutes. This is how the meat looks after it's cooked for 20 minutes. The oil is separated, and at this stage I'm adding in some cream, giving that a good mix, and then topping it up with some chopped coriander leaves. So this is my chicken handi. It turned out really well. So this was end of cooking my mint chutney, koftas which I got from outside, mint and mango and cucumber salad, raita, and the biryani. Also the chicken handi, followed by basundi. That was a lot of cooking. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.